Big Ten Conference basketball. Many think it is the best conference in all of America. This is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. Going to take a look at the Wisconsin Badgers versus the Ohio State Buckeyes at Value City Arena in Columbus. The Buckeyes are 6.5-point home favorites in the betting market, while the total is held steady as well at 119.5. When you look at the Badgers, they've won 8 of the last 10 games. That includes a 45-44 victory over the Minnesota Golden Gophers as 3.5-point home favorites. They've played more ranked teams than any other team in the country, 3-3 in that situation, including a 3-1 mark against conference opponents. Bo Ryan can X and O's with the best of them. He's one of the better coaches in all of America. It definitely holds true in the fact that he's 64-63 during his 12 years on campus. When playing on the road against Big Ten foes, that is the best record of any team during that span. He's also 14-8 straight up against Ohio State overall, and a 6-5 or 5-4 mark at this facility. Not many teams, Big Ten or any other, can come out of Columbus with victories at this place, especially since Tad Mott has taken over at Ohio State. They've held conference opponents to season-low point totals in their last 2 games. That includes holding Michigan State to 49 points and then, of course, 44 to Minnesota. Key statistic, in my opinion, in handicapping this entire game, the Badgers are 13-0 when shooting a higher percentage than their opponent this year, 1-6 when failing to do so. And even past this game, this is a key statistic to write down and handicap as the rest of the Big Ten Conference play and definitely NCAA tournament comes about. 85-1 in their last 86 games when out shooting their opponent. That's the Wisconsin Badgers. When you look at the other side, the Ohio State Buckeyes, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. That includes a 65-51 victory over the Penn State Nittany Lions as double-digit road favorites, and they are 3-0, 2-1 against the spread versus conference opponents on their home floor. And that includes their only miss being the Iowa Hawkeyes, and they were up by 20-plus points in that game. They faltered late, but expect a true 40-minute performance in this one, as these two teams really hate each other after the last few meetings in this series. Also, the Buckeyes, when you're handicapping this game, I already mentioned the Badgers shooting percentage statistic. Well, they're going to have a hard time out shooting the Buckeyes in this one. They have held their 3 Big Ten Conference opponents at home to a combined 30.3% shooting percentage. That is incredible. I believe for the entire season at home, they're holding opponents to 34.3% shooting. So even better during against top-notch competition. Forward Deshaun Thomas is the main offensive threat for the entire game on both sides of the floor. That is, he leads the Big Ten in scoring, averaging 20 points per game, and he scored a combined 39 points versus the Badgers in 2 meetings last year. The winning team, from a sports betting trend perspective, the winning team has covered 9 of the last 10 meetings in this series. And like I mentioned, since Tad Mott has come on, this has been a pretty even series. I think he is one of the better coaches in the Big Ten that can match up with Bo Ryan from an X's and O's standpoint. So I'm going to pick the Ohio State Buckeyes minus 6.5 against the Wisconsin Badgers on Tuesday night. For any further information on this game or any other on a pretty quality college basketball odds board on a Tuesday night, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Grant Sports. This has been another edition of Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com.